When a team already has a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to lose focus and ease up late in the regular season. But not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Cowboys. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 14-year NFL veteran, the Cowboys' all-time leading passer, Tony Romo.
And let's face it, not only has he had a really good career in Dallas, he's a personal favorite of Jerry Jones. I mean, in fact, it wasn't just the other day. Jerry said, I expect Tony to be our starter for the next 4 or 5 seasons.
And I scratched my head and said, gosh, 5, that would put him over 40. He was the starting quarterback that long.
That tells you how much he likes him, how much he trusts him, and how much he believes in him.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. So good for the Buckeyes last year, and he's taken that from the college game, showing some glimpses of it here in the NFL.
How about his last season with Ohio State? Over 1,800 yards, only one game where he didn't get over 100. Remember, he demanded the ball from then on out. I think they listened to him, and they were smart to do so.
And now they're giving it to him here on the next level.
Black 35.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go now. Black 35. Black 35.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Okay, starting lineup time offensively, Charles, for the Dallas Cowboys.
And how about them at number 4 in the 2016 draft? Big needs on the defensive line, and they go with the running back.
They go star power.
They went star power, but Ezekiel Elliott, in a lot of ways, was exactly the right decision. When they had winning success in 2014, they did it running the football. Elliott can do that for them again.
Romo on 3rd down. A dump off to Elliott. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Let's go now. White 20. White 20.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Brent Grimes is one of those cornerbacks who was overlooked coming out of college and plays each and every game with a chip on his shoulder.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Let's go now.
To throw on second down is Romo. And this one caught by Des Bryant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
Here we go. Black 35. Black 35. Let's get that. Go.
Here's Romo now on second down. And Escobar has it left side. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down.
4 down. Ready. Black 35. Black 35.
Third and long here. It's Romo surveying the field. He's going to run. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Romo. Caught left side, Williams. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a second and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
You got 4. Ready. White 20. White 20.
Throwing again is Romo. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. 9th play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on third and goal?
Set. White 18. White 18.
Now Romo on third and goal. He's got time. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Gavin Escobar. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by the #1 overall pick of these Bucs in the 2015 draft. Out of Florida State, the former Noel, Jameis Winston.
And he's always been a gym rat. He's always been a guy who just absolutely loves the game and loves everything about preparation. Watching tape, rallying teammates, he has a charisma that's just off the charts. How does he get better, though? Starting in year 2, well, he worked out in the offseason, lost weight, reconfigured his body. I think it's just a matter of continuing to take care of the football and continuing to lead his team. Because you know in Tampa Bay, they #believe in Jameis.
And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Winston now to throw on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
On second down, Martin. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
When at his best, Orlando Scandrick is one of the top nickel cornerbacks in the NFL.
Third down now following the run. Third and long for Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Bryant with a catch right side. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, we got 4. Let's go now. Left 35. Black 35. Right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Play clock winding down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They come out here in the eye.
Right 20.
Another carry for the rookie Elliott. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Clinton McDonald. At the end of one, 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there. Set, black 35, go!
On 2nd down, here's Romo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Well, here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Romo. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Now the 6-year man Chris Jones on to punt it away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Cedric Thornton, the one that got him down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. And he'll get it up the middle. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Winston goes underneath to Martin. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Holding, defense.
That's what I do. Double tight, guys, double tight. Ready, white 25.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Winston gives to Martin on the draw. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Left 35.
From the end zone, Romo caught left side, Williams. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He's got time in the pocket. Going right side, he has Witten. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Set. White 20. White 20.
Throwing again is Romo. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And another reception by Jason Witten. All reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner? Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of 2 tight ends. He and Tony Gonzalez in the 1,000-catch club in the tight end department. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Romo now to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
4 down. Check. Set. White 18. White 18.
Now a first down throw. Romo. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Left 35. Go.
Now Tony Romo on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Romo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go now. White 20. White 20.
Romo looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete to Jason Witten. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Hey, we got 4. Ready. White 20. White 20. 58.
To throw on 2nd down is Romo. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point try by Bailey. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Jameis now on 1st down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go now.
A 1st down throw for Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And he'll go down right. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Again, it's Winston. Finding time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, Tony Romo marches back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Romo out left side here to Bryant. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Ready, right 20. Right 20. Right here.
Now Tony Romo on first down. Surveying the field. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Romo throwing again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A second down throw for Winston. And his pass incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that takes us from second to third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. On third down, Winston. He's got time. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here's Jacob Shum now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. They've certainly got something to build off of. They had the interception last time out.
And now they have to just make sure they're cognizant of not trying too hard for interceptions. Once you get one, it makes you a little more antsy to try and get another one. Now they got to be careful of double moves, different things like that against them. But they like the momentum that they've begun to build.
We'll see if they can keep that momentum going.
Hey. 4 down. Ready, go!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go. Line 18. Go!
On second down, here's Romo. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now the fifth-year man, this is Lance Dunbar. And they'll bring him down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down.
Set. Line 18. Set. 18.
The final shot before the break. Romo. He's got his man. It's Williams. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cowboys played well en route to a victory last week, and today it's been more of the same. The Buccaneers will have to figure out a way to make a comeback in the second half. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd and goal. Here the pass goes to the sidelines. And after the short pass, he'll score as they put the first points on the board. We move late into the second. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and after the short pass, he'll score. Lead now goes to 13. Still a little time left on the clock. The quick pass and completion is made, and he'll end up picking up 28 yards on the play. Cowboys end up throwing a pick to win the drive. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Cowboys now. They had a pretty solid first half. Not many adjustments, but I guess there's probably always some adjustments that can be made.
Usually it's just tightened down on the things we've worked on all week in practice. Everyone thinks adjustments are bringing in something absolutely new. For the most part, it's tweaks or just emphasizing what you've worked on already. And that's what they're planning to do here in the second half.
They won't be looking to reinvent the wheel. The third quarter starts with a run by Martin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 37. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again on first down. Martin, no gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Jameis on second down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Third and short yardage, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on fourth down, here's the Buccaneer place kicker, Roberto Aguayo now. From the left hash, this from 46. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Fresh set of downs here. On 1st and 10, Romo drops it underneath. Elliott. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down, 8. They come up in an offset eye. Here's Romo now on second down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Such a dynamic combination, Tony Romo and Dez Bryant, and it has been on display.
Happy quarterback, happy receiver equals happy team. That's kept them in the lead in this game and made everyone feel good. And, hey, Dez can be demonstrative now, but he's having a good time doing it.
Out left side here to Bryant. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
4 down. Check. Here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
Romo throwing again. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now we see Bryant yet to pop up. Still down following that play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the offense has it first and 10.
Single. Set. Black 35. Black 35.
On first down, it's Romo. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And quite the turnaround here. These numbers tell the story game to game. And what did he tell us before the game?
Well, he told us that he was going to be on point today. That last week was gone, wasn't too worried about it. I was also judging his demeanor a little bit. It's one thing to say it, but he certainly looked like he was locked in and ready to go for this one. What'd you think?
Absolutely. Had a face of stone. He said he was going to be ready, and that has proved to be the case. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Second and 10. Romo once more. A dump off to Elliott. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Romo. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing again is Romo. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
To the air again, Romo. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd and short. This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
They fake the give to Elliott. Now Romo. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. William Golston in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic 1st down.
Winston with a give to Martin. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And a 10th carry here for Martin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Jacob Shum now. as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
Romo here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He won't go down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 2nd down, here's Romo. On the left side, he finds Beasley. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd and 10, Romo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. One man on the backfield, that's Martin. And they'll give it to him here. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Second down following the run. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a second down throw for Winston. Evans has it left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. A first down throw for Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Randy Gregory. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Jameis on second down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On third down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First down, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. All right, so what do you make of these numbers here? Back-to-back games where he's really, really struggling.
Well, I go back to our meeting with the head coach, and you asked him about what happened last week and whether you thought he'd come out of it, and he was a little hesitant, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't real confident about what he would see. He was hopeful.
Right.
And that always scares me a little bit if I'm a player, if I had actually heard that. But as a broadcaster, listen to the head coach say he's hopeful. Well, so far, that hope hasn't been realized.
Yeah, we both noted that after, and you're right, it hasn't been realized. Goes underneath to Martin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. One receiver to the left is Evans. Winston now to throw on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. That'll bring up second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. The second down throw for Winston. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin. Third down here.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Jameis again. Drops it off to Martin, and he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Romo on 3rd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the Bucs' new signee from New York, Robert Ayers. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again. There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Finding time. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to air one out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Right 18. Right 18.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here we go. Here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
To throw on 2nd down is Romo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A huge play there on the screen pass. 57 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a 1st down throw. Romo. This will be caught at about the 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
We got 4. Here we go. White 20. White 20. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Romo going to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but you identified an open target and put it right on him.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The second down throw for Winston. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Single. Nowhere, 22, go nowhere. Ready, blue lady. Check, tight right.
Now Jameis on second down. Over the middle to Evans. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On 3rd down, Winston. He finds Humphreys. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Romo, a delayed give to Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. He's got time. Great protection. To the right side, complete to Escobar. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Jameis now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Second down, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over. And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 20.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.